Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we cut through the noise and uncover the truth behind the headlines. I'm Adrian, and today we're tackling the latest faux scandal. The British press is now accusing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of hypocrisy for, wait for it, hiring a competent team and running a well-structured operation in Montecito. Apparently, when Meghan and Harry organise themselves, it's royal court cosplay. When the monarchy does it, it's tradition. Let's unpack the double standards, the media hypocrisy and the desperate spin campaign gripping royal commentators this week. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, find themselves once again at the epicentre of a media storm. This time, the criticism revolves around their efforts to build a professional team and establish a robust operational structure for their archewell organisation. It seems that every step they take towards independence and self-sufficiency is met with a barrage of questions and often outright condemnation. The very idea that they would seek to employ competent individuals and run their affairs in an organised manner has been twisted into a narrative suggesting they are attempting to create a rival royal court. The media's latest focus on Harry and Meghan's team-building activities highlights a persistent and troubling double standard. The recent wave of media commentary regarding Harry and Meghan's team has been particularly telling. The very act of hiring experienced professionals, individuals with proven track records in their respective fields, has been portrayed as something almost sinister. Headlines have questioned the need for such a team, implying that their ambitions are somehow illegitimate or grandiose. It is as if the expectation was for them to operate on a shoestring budget with minimal support, despite their global profile and the scale of their stated goals. This line of attack conveniently ignores the reality that any high-profile endeavour, whether charitable or commercial, requires a skilled team to manage communications, strategy and operations effectively. To suggest otherwise is disingenuous and sets an impossibly unfair standard. These are not mere vanity projects, they are entities that aim to produce content and drive social impact. The scandal is not their competence, but the media's apparent discomfort with it. The media's reaction to Harry and Meghan's team building is, unfortunately, entirely predictable. It follows a well-worn pattern where any action taken by the couple is immediately subjected to a negative interpretation, often before the full facts are even known. For instance, when they announced their new head of communications, the focus was less on the individual's qualifications or the strategic importance of the role, and more on speculative interpretations of what this appointment meant for their relationship with the royal family or their supposed Hollywood ambitions. This pattern is not accidental. It appears to be part of a broader narrative that has been constructed around the Sussexes since their departure from royal duties. This narrative often paints them as disruptive, self-serving and out of touch. Therefore, any news related to them is filtered through this lens. Section 4. The Royal Standard. A different lens for palace operations. When one examines how the media reports on the operational structures of the established monarchy, a starkly different picture emerges. The hiring of new staff, the restructuring of departments, or the implementation of new communication strategies within Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace are typically presented as necessary and prudent measures. These actions are often framed as evidence of the monarchy's adaptability and its commitment to efficiency and modernity. There is rarely any suggestion that such moves are indicative of a power grab, an attempt to build a court, or a sign of desperation. Instead, they are seen as routine administrative functions essential for the smooth running of a large and complex institution. The qualifications of the appointees might be mentioned, but there is seldom the kind of intense scrutiny or speculative commentary that accompanies any hiring decision made by Harry and Meghan. The underlying assumption is that the monarchy, as an institution, requires a robust and professional support system, and that investing in such a system is entirely appropriate. Section 5. The Truth about Growth and Independence. A Narrative Under Siege. The persistent media criticism of Harry and Meghan's professional growth and independence appears to stem from a deeper unease. Their success outside the royal fold challenges a carefully constructed narrative. For years, the underlying message from many commentators was that members of the royal family, particularly those like Harry, were defined by their institutional roles. Harry and Meghan's demonstrable ability to build their own organisation, secure major media deals, and launch global initiatives directly contradicts this narrative. Their independence is particularly threatening because it offers an alternative model of public life, one that is not reliant on the traditional structures of the monarchy or the established British media ecosystem. Section 6. Addressing past accusations, the weight of relentless allegations. Beyond the current critiques of their team building, it is important to remember the context of past accusations that have been levelled against Harry and Meghan, particularly the claims of bullying. These allegations, which emerged shortly before their interview with Oprah Winfrey, contributed significantly to the negative media narrative surrounding the couple. While Buckingham Palace initiated an inquiry, the findings were notably never made public, leaving a cloud of speculation and allowing damaging narratives to persist without clear resolution or rebuttal. This lack of transparency has, unfortunately, played into the hands of those keen to portray Meghan, in particular, in a negative light, and it forms part of the backdrop to the ongoing scrutiny they face. The timing and nature of these past accusations often seemed strategically deployed to counteract or undermine positive moments or significant announcements from the Sussexes. Section 7. Conclusion: resilience as resistance in the face of media bias. The relentless criticism Harry and Meghan face for simply structuring a professional team is a clear illustration of the pervasive media bias that has shadowed their every move since stepping back as senior royals. The attempt to frame their competent organisational efforts as the creation of a rival royal court is not only misleading but also exposes the hypocrisy of a media landscape that applies entirely different standards to the established monarchy. When other royals expand their teams or modernise their operations, it is lauded as progress. When the Sussexes do so, it is portrayed as an audacious overreach. This glaring double standard undermines the credibility of the outlets perpetuating it. By forging their own path, building Archewell and pursuing global initiatives, Harry and Meghan are demonstrating a resilience that directly counters the often negative portrayals. Their actions are not those of individuals desperately trying to save a brand, but of people committed to making a tangible impact on the world, using their platform to advocate for causes they believe in. The continuous progress Harry and Meghan make, despite the unceasing scrutiny and the resurrection of past accusations, is in itself a powerful form of resistance. It is a testament to their determination to define their own lives and careers, free from the constraints and narratives imposed upon them by sections of the media. Each successful project, each new partnership, and each step towards building a sustainable and impactful organisation chips away at the biased portrayals. Their journey highlights not only their personal strength, but also the often uncomfortable truths about how media power can be wielded to shape public perception, for better or for worse. So no, this isn't a royal court, it's not cosplay, it's not hypocrisy, it's progress. And it terrifies those who built their careers mocking Harry and Meghan, only to realise they're not going away, and they're not shrinking, they're growing, boldly, on their own terms. Thanks for tuning in to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm Adrian, and if you're tired of the spin, stick with us. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep telling the stories that matter. Until next time, stay sharp, stay honest, and never let the tabloids write your truth.